I'm not going to have any sympathy for any of those things, when someone says it's difficult, because there is a lot of things in life that are difficult. And you have to ask yourself the question right off the top, are you going to be one of those guys that are going to go and back off every time something is difficult? Or do you want to be one of those guys that says, look, it doesn't matter if it's easy or difficult or most difficult, I'm going to go and crush through it. That's me. That's the person that I want to be, and I'm going to prove it to myself, and I'm going to prove it to the rest of the world. That's the key thing about the routine, is that you don't ask yourself, should I or shouldn't I? You just do it. It's like we don't ask ourselves, should I inhale now or should I exhale now? We don't ask ourselves, do we take a shower every day? If you're a normal person. But so there's certain things that we do, and I think you just add slowly to that kind of a routine, because it is extremely important that we do things automatically, simply because we know that the brain is very tricky. It pulls tricks on you. That's why people become addicts. That's why they cannot do anything about, like if they're into eating a lot, it's very hard for them to get on a diet or to get off eating junk food, because the mind pulls a trick. You have a New Year's resolution or a goal where you say, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. And then when you see something sweet, you say, well, one day doesn't matter. No one is looking around, so I'm going to just have this little banana cream pie. And this is how it tricks you, because the mind, because you're an addict now to sweets, the mind pulls the trick that it says to you, it sends a signal that says, it's okay. Just one more time, what do you care? And so this is why it has to be automatic. So you have to get into the stage where you just say automatically, when they bring bread to the table, thank you very much, no bread. When they come and it says, any dessert, no thank you. Then right away, you shut it down. So there's certain things we do automatic, and it will really help you to achieve your goals. That's the bottom line there. I did 2 hours of working out in the morning and then 2 hours in the evening, and that routine was automatic. I didn't even think about it. My entire time in my bodybuilding career, I always trained twice a day, and never ever did I ask myself the question, should I go today and do the evening training? Or should I get up in the morning? I always got up at 5, 6 o'clock, always, and at 7 o'clock I worked out. You just have to get over these barriers where you say, oh, I can never do this in the morning or something like this. Well, just do it. And this is where the advantage comes in, is if you do it automatically, where you say, this is my goal, and I'm going to challenge myself and do that. I'm doing this automatically. And like I said, there is an advantage, because you can get much more done in life if you do certain things automatically. People now see the day much more as a 24-hour kind of a day.
Right.
Where they feel like, well, in this 24 hours, I can literally do anything and at any given time. The amount of things that you want to build on that you do automatically should get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then there are moments where we have to get very creative, and where we really have to sit down and think and have brainstorming sessions and really get those brain cells, going, where you have to make major decisions. That's when you use your creativity. That's when you can sit down and be creative and think about those things. But the rest of it, you just do. We have setbacks, but if you have a very clear vision and a very clear goal, you can come back from those setbacks very quickly. The key thing is not to fall into this trap about feeling sorry for yourself, because there's enough people out there in the world that are suffering much more than I was in that hospital bed when I woke up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People that didn't have the 3 doctors in front of them.
Right.
People that were lying in the dirt. People that were infected and didn't have medical care, and they were dying. I mean, there's all these kind of cases that we hear about, the kind of things that people go through and that are dying. So I felt like there's no reason for me to feel sorry for myself. There was only one thing, and that was for me to kick in and to say, this is just one of many obstacles. That's what happens in life, and you just got to go and kick yourself in the butt and get going. And so you set a goal, Have a very, very clear goal and go for that. So when you talk about the setback, setting a goal and visualizing that goal and going after that is what it's all about. There is no normal. Always think of yourself as special and always think of yourself as like, okay, I'm going to prove to myself and to the rest of the world that I can do it. And then you just go out and get motivated. I think that's the key thing. So whatever reason that you can find that is a motivation for you, use it. It doesn't matter how it is stupid, sounds stupid to someone else. Use it.